Hi, I'm Tamra Judge, in for Sarah Gore, and this is Open House. This week, we're getting chic decor tips as we head inside celebrity homes. Ryan and Amelia Serhant from $1 Million Listing New York show off their spacious loft.
Before we got married, we decided that we wanted to find our own apartment.
And Victoria's Secret stunner Erin Heatherton takes us on a tour of her revamped Manhattan pad.
So with big dreams in a small space, this is what I made.
Plus, we take a trip south to New Orleans to learn Brian Batt's style secrets for big, easy living.
Well, I believe a home should really match someone's personality. It should reflect your style, your personal style.
And we get a sneak peek inside 2 designer nurseries.
Angela told me very early in the design process that she absolutely had to have this completely acrylic crib, and it is a total showstopper.
Hi, I'm Tamra Judge, in for Sarah Gore, and this is Open House. Most of you know me from the Real Housewives of Orange County, but I'm also very passionate about real estate. I've been a realtor for the past 12 years, so when I'm not catching up with my fellow housewives or running Cut Fitness, I'm keeping track on the real estate trends here in the OC. Now let's get started with not 1, but 2 gorgeous baby nurseries in New Jersey. They were both designed by Vanessa Antonelli, a sought-after nursery, playroom, and kids space designer with an extensive roster of celebrity clientele. Now today, she's showing us the baby room she designed for Angela Simmons and Dancing with the Star couple, Peta and Maxim. I can't wait for you to see them. Check it out.
Hi, I'm Vanessa Antonelli, nursery and kids space designer. And today I'm giving you an exclusive look at 2 very distinct celebrity nurseries. This nursery is for growing up hip-hop star Angela Simmons' son. There are a lot of unique things in this space that I want to show you, so follow me. Angela's a fashion designer, so I wanted everything to be extremely fashionable because that's what she knows and loves. In fact, most of the items in this space were custom made for her baby boy Sutton. The original color palette of the space was navy and black, but in order to brighten it up a little bit and add some contrast, I added white and gray. And you'll see behind me, instead of just painting the wall a solid gray color, there's crocodile embossed wallpaper, which is fun and unique. Around the time that I started working with Angela, I saw this amazing art installation using tape. I thought it was the perfect focal for behind the crib, so we had a tape artist come in and create it, and now it's the main attraction in the room. Angela told me very early in the design process that she absolutely had to have this completely acrylic crib, and it is a total showstopper. In order to tie the acrylic in with the rest of the space, I added subtle touches throughout. So you'll see there are curtain rods that are made out of acrylic, book ledges, and even a really fun acrylic skateboard light fixture. In every nursery that I design, I like to bring some special and unique family aspect into this space. Behind me, you can see there's custom artwork, and it looks like it's Cookie Monster. It actually pays homage to Sutton's grandfather, Reverend Run, who's one of the influential founders of the hip-hop group Run DMC. You just saw the nursery that I designed for the Prince of Hip Hop. Now come with me and I'm going to show you another space I created for a different kind of little prince. This nursery is for Maxim Chermakowski and Peter Murgatroyd's son Shai. Each week they compete on Dancing with the Stars for the coveted mirrored disco ball, but when it came time to creating this nursery, their vision was very different than silver and mirrored. Peter wanted an all-ivory room for little Shai, and Max wanted to make sure to include his long-time collection of elephants, but with the trunks up for good luck. Infusing those 2 wants together, we came up with this, an ivory nursery infused with gold touches and elephants all over the place. The safari wallpaper behind me satisfied Maxim's desire to add elephants to the space, but it also brought that fun playfulness to an otherwise mature space. When creating a nursery, you want it to be warm and inviting, and the quickest and easiest way to do that is to add different textures throughout the space. There's a flocati and a hide rug on top of each other in different colors. The window is a huge focal point, and the drapery is actually woven, which is completely different than the rest of the space and adds a tremendous amount of warmth when looking at the crib. I love mixing different wallpapers in a space, and this textured metallic wallpaper complements the safari wallpaper incredibly well. When working with parents, I find that the #1 thing that is underestimated is the need for storage. Toys, stuffed animals, and books, they multiply at an alarming rate. You need to make sure that your nursery has plenty of storage for these things. I hope I showed you today how adding large-scale artwork, interesting textures, and non-traditional color palettes is not just for grown-up spaces. Thanks for joining me.
We're just getting started with our look at celebrity pads, so stick around. There's so much more to see.
My biggest challenge in designing this apartment for Ryan and Amelia was also the thing that made it the most fun for me, working with both of their styles and creating a new one together.
See you after the break.
Open House is sponsored in part by Coldwell Banker, the real estate company with real advantages. Find your home today at coldwellbanker.com.
Welcome back to Open House. Take it from me, creating a home with your significant other can be both exciting and pretty stressful. So I encourage people to do what I did, hire a designer. That's exactly what Newlyweds Ryan Serhant of $1 Million Listing New York fame and wife Amelia did.
Before we got married, we decided that we wanted to find our own apartment. And we were looking for a big, beautiful 3-bedroom penthouse in Soho. And we found this place, but it didn't look anything like this. And I realized that to make it our own, we couldn't do it by ourselves because my design sense is a bit all over, but I knew what I liked. What'd you say?
It is kind of a little bit all over the place.
Listen, I'm good at a few things, not everything. But I like what I like. I like colors. I like pinks and purples, and you like?
Navies and grays and white.
Yeah, that's why we work so well together, because we mix. And so we called in celebrity interior designer Robin Barron, and she was able to bring our vision and our dream for our perfect Soho penthouse to life.
My biggest challenge in designing this apartment for Ryan and Amelia was also the thing that made it the most fun for me, working with both of their styles and creating a new one together. One of the best features of this penthouse is the open floor plan, how one space flows into the other. But there's an art in that. You have to create distinctive uses for each space with fabric, color, and texture. Come on, let me show you what I mean. Take the window treatments, the curtains and the shades. They're neutral, but they have texture. There's a slight pattern and texture to each of them that adds dimension. We use 2 fabrics on these dining room chairs, and it's the perfect way to make the balance carry throughout the entire space. And oh, the color! You could see in this living room how it's mostly neutral, but the right pops of color changes everything. Well, Ryan is a big risk taker, and I wanted that to be reflected in his office. So I decided to use draperies that would go from floor to ceiling. And I repeated the metallic theme on the ceiling with this silver tea paper. And I put it all together using this calfskin rug and added his favorite color, purple, to the chair across from his desk. It's not always easy combining styles with 2 people that have their own distinct taste, but it's one I'm up for and one that's necessary when you're combining 2 lives. And as I always say, confidence begins at home. Thanks for joining us today.
Ryan and Amelia are so adorable together, and Robin knew exactly how to find the happy medium between their 2 styles. Coming up, Sarah Gore joins actor, author, and design aficionado Brian Batt at his charming cottage.
Oh my gosh, I love this room!
Yeah, it's fun.
He's fun.
It's
Oh my god.
yeah.
You're watching Open House. I'm Tamra Judge in for Sarah Gore. Actor Brian Batt is best known for playing Salvador Romano in Mad Men. But did you know he's also an accomplished interior designer? He is the co-owner of Hazelnut, a New Orleans home decor boutique on Magazine Street. Recently, he invited Sarah Gore to his home for a look at what inspires his design choices.
Hey, Sarah.
Hi,
Come on up.
I'm a coming.
Great, how are you?
It's so good to see
Thanks
you.
for coming. Oh,
Thanks
great.
for having me. I
Anytime.
can't wait to see the house.
Well, come on in. Isn't it fun?
Oh, yes. Oh, I love it, and I just walked in.
Well, I do too. Well, come on, have a seat.
You know, everyone knows you as an actor. You've been in TV, film, Broadway.
Yeah.
But I don't think everyone knew, really, that you had this other
Yes,
passion
I
of
love design and home furnishings, and my husband Tom and I have a store in New Orleans called Hazelnut, and we named it after my grandmother. Her name was Hazel. She was a nut. Actually, her maiden name was Nuss, which means nuts. So, I wrote a book called Big Easy Style.
Yeah, so what is Big Easy Style?
Well, there's an easiness here. There's a relaxed elegance, a sense of fun, a sense of whimsy, also a sense of history and great style.
Yeah.
So it's all that and a bag of chips rolled into a book.
So really, Big Easy Style could be a bunch of different things mixed together.
Well, I believe a home should really match someone's personality. It should reflect your style, your personal style.
Yeah. Well, I want to get to know you a little more, so let's walk around.
All right.
Okay. I love this piece behind me. What is this?
Not only is it an 18th century French armoire, but when you open it up, it's a full wet bar.
Wow. This is an amazing piece. That little bit of gilt over there, what is that?
Well, that is, doesn't every home have a Sumatran wedding headdress?
Yeah, most homes I go in
Well,
have Sumatran
if you spend too
headdresses.
much time here, you're going to end up putting that on your head.
I was going to say, did you ever put that on?
No, it doesn't really fit, but I don't care because it's fabulous.
It's fabulous.
It will, you know, and you need a couple of things in the room that just make you happy.
Oh my gosh, I love this room.
Yeah, it's fun.
He's fun.
It's a turn of the century pull toy. And,
Of course it is.
And I've always loved bulldogs and French bulldogs and Boston Terriers, but it's
Oh my God.
yeah. And here's a little patio.
Well, there's so many amazing nooks inside, but then you have this sanctuary waiting for you out here. It's so gorgeous.
Well, it's great having a contained amount of nature in your backyard.
And you must have a plunge pool.
Some people call it a cocktail pool.
Oh.
Yes.
Do you have cocktails in that pool?
Yes. Yes, and then I do
Definitely.
laps.
Oh. Thank you so much for touring me around the house today. I feel like I learned so much about you, and your home is so reflective of your personality, and it's gorgeous and warm and kind.
Just like you.
Thank you.
Gorgeous, warm, and kind. Thank you.
Stick around, because up next, model Erin Heatherton takes us on a tour of her stylish home in New York's West Village. Welcome back to Open House. Former Victoria's Secret model Erin Heatherton has walked the runways and graced fashion magazines worldwide. And it turns out she's also passionate about interior design. Erin shows us what she did to maximize space in her West Village apartment.
Hey everybody, I'm Erin Heatherton and welcome to my West Village apartment. Ever since I was young, my passion was for interior design and just the home space. So with big dreams in a small space, this is what I made, and let's go take a look. So this is the heart and center of my home. So my favorite material is Mr. Reclaimed Wood. He is used everywhere. I think reclaimed wood is so cozy and it has a story. Here we are a few steps away in my kitchen, and the thing I wanted to accomplish and the thing that was most challenging here was to open it up while creating more storage. Secret storage. Once I figured out a way to open up the space and create the right flow, I needed to bring in the right freshness and the right ambiance and feel. I used the same wood as the reclaimed wood in the beams in the living room. I chose special hardware because we all know that's the shoes of the kitchen. One of the best uses of space was paying attention to the detail of the stove. I wasn't planning on using this stove very much, but it turns out I learned how to cook. Welcome to my closet. In utilizing a small space, you have to take advantage of height. So I extended everything as high as I could, and that means ladders. But ladders are beautiful, and I think they're a great accent, and they're just fun to have. I kind of feel like the hallway to the master bedroom is like a walk of relaxation, and there's wooden ceilings, and they're very high. And then this opens up into this tiny bed cave where I made this desk that contains all my makeup. Lights, camera, action. Thank you for joining me in this tour of my home. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I do.
Still ahead on Open House. If you're as decor obsessed as I am, you're going to want to stick around. We've got the editors of both Domino and Refinery 29, both under one pretty fabulous roof.
I mean, working in a small space, it's actually a really fun challenge to solve lots of different problems.
Be right back. Welcome back. Now for interior design fans, Domino magazine is a huge deal. It's where decor lovers go for their daily dose of inspiration. Domino just has a way of finding the coolest homes to profile. We were lucky enough to join them at the Brooklyn home of Christine Barbarick of Refinery 29.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. Thank you
Good
so
to
much for
see
coming
you.
over.
Thank you.
Christine, I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Jess.
One of the things we really loved about featuring your home in Domino is there are so many ideas and so many takeaways.
I mean, working in a small space, it's actually a really fun challenge to solve lots of different problems.
So let's look around.
Yeah.
So how do you think about kind of accessorizing your rooms or even just these chairs? I mean, they make such a statement on their own, but like the pillows really dress it up.
I just really love textiles. I love prints, I love patterns, I love mixing them together in crazy ways. And I think that sometimes, you know, for our sofa, it's just really fun to just like throw a lot of different pillows together and just see how they work.
What I love about these archive pillows too is just the depth of color. Everything feels so vibrant.
Yeah, but they don't feel new. I don't like it when things look like super new.
Totally.
There's something about that that just kind of turns me off.
And even though this is a small space, I love how one area sort of flows to the next. The dining area is right next to the living space, and everything feels like it has a really beautiful flow.
Well, it's really open, and obviously we have high ceilings, so we wanted to really celebrate that. We didn't want to cut anything off. You actually have this incredible view of the river, so it does feel a little Parisian in a way.
Mm-hmm. One of my favorite spaces is the kitchen, so let's go check it out.
Yeah.
I love that in a relatively small footprint that this is still such a workable kitchen. Tell me about this surface.
This concrete bar was actually made in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn by this third-generation Italian concrete company, and were really sweet about helping us to mix just the right tone because you want to get that gray right, you know, so it really feels like it works within the space. And it's big enough, so it's just really great for when we have friends over, if I'm cooking, you know, they're sitting around the table, and sometimes we just eat dinner here, so.
The tile work in here is so interesting. It's almost a really beautiful relief pattern.
The tile was actually my husband's idea. It's really subtle, but when the light shines on it, it's really beautiful.
One of my favorite details is the pegboard.
I'm kind of obsessed with pegboard. I love the texture of it. I just love how it reflects light. And it's also really practical. You can do so much with it, so we just decided to use it there.
I love this table. I love this view. I can only imagine what it's like sitting here and watching the sunset. And I love all the art that you have here, but there's so much more to check out. So let's go.
So the closet design was really important to me, obviously. It's just a great space to like hang out outfits if I have a special event that I'm going to.
And also to get the things out of your closet that you love. I could spend like a week going through your closet, but I also love your use of wallpaper and how you really display your shoes in your bedroom.
Honestly, I really appreciate great shoe design. It's not even just for fashion. I just think aesthetically they can be really beautiful. And also the one wall of wallpaper made a transformative difference in his bedroom.
It makes such a big impact.
Yes.
And tell me about this bedspread or blanket because I'm in love with it.
Isn't it wild?
Yeah.
It's a vintage Mexican blanket, but it's actually from Fred Leighton, probably from the 60s. Fred Leighton is a classical jewelry designer. A lot of people don't know that he did home and fashion way back in the day, and the fact that the color is still so vibrant after all these years is so crazy and rare, but I love it. I'm obsessed with it.
This has been so much fun. There are so many ideas and so many takeaways. I just loved it. I could stay here all day.
Thank you so much for coming over.
It's
so good to see you.
I love her home, but can we discuss how fab their dresses are? Well, that's all for now. I've had a great time holding down the fort today for Sarah Gore. I'll see you back on Bravo's Real Housewives of Orange County, and you can always find me on Instagram at Tamra Judge. Open House will be back next week with more beautiful homes. And if you want to check out any of the homes featured on today's show, all you have to do is go to openhousetv.com. Thank you so much for watching.